We are doing the Barbarian Raekor set dungeon today. So as I explore the Barbarian and go through every set this season and every build and variation that you can think of, I'm going to also go through all the set dungeons and redo them because a lot of people have messaged me and said that some of them have been updated, that are a bit different now, blah, blah, blah. Whatever the case may be, I've done all the set dungeon guides before in the past, so I've helped a lot of you obtain your wings, so I'm very, very happy that some of you are messaging me and telling me that you've got your wings because of me. It makes me feel so damn good. I love you all. Thank you very much. But if the set dungeons have indeed changed, I'm just going to go through them. So each season, I'm going to choose a different class to play. I'm going to go through every armor set, every build possible, and do as many guides for you as possible, including the set dungeons. So this is based off my Raekor's charging build, my Hammer of the Ancients. My Hammer of the Ancients charging build, which is a full Raekor set. This is based off that. If y'all haven't seen that video, please check it out. It was done not long ago, in like the last few days or so, last couple of days. Just depends when I get to edit this and upload it. But it was just very, very recently. So check that build out. If not, if you're too lazy to go and check it out in the video section, I'll just link it on the end screen, so you just can click on it and check it out that way. The reason I say check it out is because there's only a couple changes that I'm doing from that build. And I'm still going to go through all the skills and gear and stuff anyway, just to make sure that everyone's comfortable and, you know, I've covered everything and you can do it, you know, properly regardless of the video. But anyway, before I keep babbling like an idiot, so we're going to open it up. First thing, let's go through the objectives. We'll talk about the objectives first, so then you can actually understand why I choose the skills and some of the armor pieces that I do because of these objectives, so we can make sure that we just fly through it with no problems at all. Here they are. So the Dungeon of the Legacy of Raekor are primary objectives: hit 15 different enemies with a single furious charge 6 times. So you have to, one charge, you have to hit at least 15 enemies 6 times. The second primary objective, hit 15 enemies with a 3,750% damage bonus spender. This we obtain when we get our Furious Charge stacks up to a 5. So as soon as we have 5 stacks, we unleash with a Fury Spender, which will be Hammer of the Ancients in this case, and that way every time we do that and we take 5 stacks away, we get that 3,750% damage bonus spender. Simple as that. And then we go through the basic objectives here. Complete 1 objective and kill 325 monsters within the time limit. Mastery, which we're doing here. Everything that I do is mastery. I'm not going to do some basic rubbish. No way, not for my people. You guys mean too much to me. Mastery, complete both objectives and kill all monsters within the time limit. All monsters. So that's what we're going to do. And of course, taking fatal damage will fail the set dungeon but not kill players. And game difficulty has no effect on dungeon difficulty. So you can enter there on Torment 1, Torment 13, Torment 5, Torment 7. Doesn't matter. Set dungeon is the same default difficulty for everything. Whew. Let's talk about the skills. Cracking open the skills there, we are using Hammer of the Ancients with Smash, Furious Charge with Battering Ram, Ground Stomp with Wrenching Smash. Now this is super important and it's a change from my original Raekor charging, Hammer of the Ancients charging build. We're using Ground Stomp with Wrenching Smash because it allows us to Ground Stomp, suck enemies in, group them together, and that way we can charge 15 of them and then get that objective, which we have to do 6 times. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5 times, 6 times. This is going to definitely be super handy, and it's only one of the 3 changes that I make to the actual Hammer of the Ancients charging Raekor build. Moving on, we are using Battle Rage with Bloodshed, Wrath of the Berserker with Insanity, Ignore Pain with Ignorance is Bliss. The passives, Ruthless, Brawler, Boon of Bull Kathos, Berserker Rage. Let's have a look at the items real quickly. So you need 6 pieces of Raekor's equipped, but because it's the season of Grandeur, we get the Ring of Royal Grandeur bonus buff no matter what. So that means that I can have 1 item less. But as you can see, the 6 set item bonuses are all active, which allows you to access the set dungeon. It's pretty much just like you have 6 items equipped, even though I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equipped. Does that make sense? So if it wasn't the season of Grandeur and we weren't getting that Ring of Royal Grandeur buff, then we just put in the chest piece, or you can equip a Ring of Royal Grandeur or have it in Canonized Cube, but this makes it really easy. So anyway, 6 pieces, we're using 5 there, plus the Grandeur buff. Aquila Karas in the chest piece, Traveler's Pledge with Compass Rose. I'm using the Braces of the First Men in the Braces slot there. The belt is Pride of Cassius. The other ring is Convention of Elements, which is super important for the build, but not so much for the set dungeon, so I'm not going to get into the fire element here. Little Rogue with the Slanderer here. The gems, Esoteric Alteration, Bane of the Stricken, and also Bane of the Trapped. Like I mentioned, this isn't a build guide. I'm just going very quickly through everything that you need to know in order to do the set dungeon. If you want to check out the full build guide, you're more than welcome to do so. So that pretty much does it for gear. The Paragon points, might as well do them since I'm here, but obviously make sure you're capped at 25% movement speed, which I have 2 items equipped, which take me to 23%, so plus 2% here is a maximum of 25. Everything else into strength there. With offense, like if you're not maxed out like I am, definitely go cooldown reduction first, then critical hit chance, crit damage, followed by attack speed. Defense, you're going to go resist all, armor, life, and then life regen. With utility, definitely area damage, super important for a build like this, but doesn't really impact the set dungeon. Excuse me. Resource cost reduction, life per hit, and then gold find. Alright, looking into Kanai's Cube. Now, with Kanai's Cube, we've made a change here, which I'm going to get to. So, the weapon, Gavel of Judgment for that Hammer of the Ancients damage, obviously, and the Fury regeneration. Illusory Boots, one of my main go-to items when I'm completing set dungeons, depending on the objective and how unique they are. If it requires group and enemies together, this is so damn useful because it allows you to just pass through enemies. You can't actually bump into enemies and not progress further. Like, you can't bump into them at all. It just allows you to go through them, and you can position yourself so well. Once we use Ground Stomp here and suck enemies in, group them up, but they're going to be all around us. So if you charge one way, you might actually miss some of the enemies behind you. But what you can do is, with Illusory Boots equipped, use your Ground Stomp, suck your enemies in, group them up, then move out of them. Because you have Illusory Boots, you can move out of them unhindered, and then charge through them. And that way you'll hit all of them that are grouped up, and you can get that objective super easy. You'll hit 15 enemies really, really easy. And Jewelry, Band of Might. So not that many changes for the set dungeon here whatsoever, but there's just a couple there that I went through. So it's just the one skill. Ground Stomp is a change from the build, and also Illusory Boots is a change. And the only other one is, just leave your follower in town. Don't take him with us. He's not required. And getting to the set dungeon now, we are ready to go. Make sure you leave your follower in town. Dismiss him. Reason being, because the objective is to charge through 15 enemies in one charge. If your Templar or your follower, whoever you're using, is going around killing some enemies, they might kill 1 or 2, and that'll affect your objective. You might charge and get 14 instead of 15, and you don't get credit for that objective. So they can be annoying. Just leave them in town. Open up your maps. We're going to go to the set dungeon right now. We're going to go to Act 5, West March. And we're going to go to the Survivors Enclave. Enclave? Enclave. Enclave? Enclave. Depends what part of the world you're from. Enclave. 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 And then we go up here. So we just ported there. We go up this way and make a right at the crossroads. And we click on Overgrown Ruins. Following so far? And then we just work our way down and then turn over here. I'm just going to ignore these enemies. So kind of move an anti-clockwise, in an anti-clockwise direction. And over here where the bridge is, where these 2 pillars in the bridge is, watch this. Ching-ching-ching-ching-ching! Your set dungeon, a portal appears. We are now worthy to enter the set dungeon of the Legacy of Raekor. We've gone through our objectives and the tactics, the strategies we need to use, incorporate in order to get the mastery achievement. So let's just go on in and do this together. I'll show y'all how to do it live, baby, right here. Let's go. Love you all. We're in. Let's do this. So start charging. Even if there's no enemies around, just charge. And look at this. So many. Ground Stomp. Move out. Illusory Boots. Bang. 26. Charged. That's how easy it is. And once you have at least 5 stacks of Furious Charge at the bottom of the screen there, then you can use your Hammer of the Ancients on an enemy. Make sure you use it on an enemy, and that way you get credit for the second objectives, which is hit enemies with a 3,750% damage bonus spender. No, I'm going to leave them for later. I usually go this way. This is the same route that I take. And the annoying part about this set dungeon is I always miss one enemy. That's right, one enemy. You watch, I bet you at the end there's one enemy missing. Doesn't matter how many times I do it, there's always one enemy missing. So just keep in mind, make sure as soon as you have 5 stacks, well, if you see a big pack like this, ground stomp, move out, charge. That way you get that first objective. If there aren't as many enemies on screen and you're not worried about that objective, right, make sure you clear out every like shadowed out area too. If you come across just a minimal amount of enemies, you can see I'm charging, so make sure you charge through to get those stacks up. Every time you charge, even there's no enemies, you get your stacks up. If you have at least 5, then if you come across a low amount of enemies, make sure that you use your Fury Spender and get that second objective going, cracking, like that, see? But just make sure that you keep charging. Even if there's no enemies around, just charge, charge, charge. Not like an imbecile, just like every now and then let off a charge. And there we go. Beautiful, 16. So with Illusory Boots and Ground Stomp, this is so easy. And just make sure you uncover every shadowed area, because I'm telling you right now, it's so easy to miss enemies on this map. It is quite a large one. And as you can see, every now and then let off a charge, and that way you get those stacks up. Just making sure there's nothing there. We'll go there. We'll come back there. Nice big group. There we go. 15. 30! No! That's right. We need 3 more groups of 15 to charge through. And 7 more bonus damage spenders, which... You know, we're going well so far. 6 more now. I've got 18 stacks. Another one. 5 more. So we're going good with the objectives. Trust me. You'll have plenty of opportunity with density to charge through. Oh, the screens. There we go. 17. Beautiful. So 4 out of 6. 5 more damage bonus. Oh, look, this is a massive one. Oh, no. Maybe not. 20. Beautiful. Oh, man. Look at this. There's enemies everywhere. They're making it too easy. I didn't even need to ground stomp that time. So as you can see, there's a lot of opportunity to get your charge objective up. It's very, very easy. And now we've completed a lot of our objectives. Yay! So now we just have to make sure that we kill every enemy. And these grotesques, or whatever they are, that blow up, the fat dudes that blow up, we don't have to kill the enemies that spawn out of their bellies. They're not part of the enemies that we have to kill. So now you can definitely use your cooldowns and just kill everything to make sure that everything's dead before the time limit. So we have to kill every single monster, every single enemy. We're going crazy. We're all juiced up now. So just charge like a madman, do your Hammer of the Ancients, just kill everything. Kill them! Kill them all! See? 1 left. What did I tell you? How did I know? You know how I knew? Because it happens every single time. Whether what was that him? No, that was one of the belly monsters. Every time. And like the enemy will appear as a skull, but where the hell was he? Like, did anyone spot where exactly I missed him? Because like it does make it a bit more difficult talking to everybody and looking at the camera. It's like just a habit, you know. I've got an audience, like you're all watching, so I've got to talk. But it does make it, you do lose a bit of concentration when it comes to some of this attention to detail stuff. Like one enemy somewhere. What the hell? I'm going to do a whole lap charging. 19 seconds, are you serious? We're going to fail. What the hell? Where is he? This happens every single time. Yeah, no way, alright? No way, Jose. Oh, here. Blacked out area. Please be there. Yes! Yes! Die! You stupid thing. That's how we do the set dungeon, mastery style. As you can see, everything's ticked there. We've completed it, mastery achievement. If you came across this channel by accident, don't forget to subscribe. I'm currently going through the barbarian class, but in the past, I have gone through every class in the Diablo 3 game, so check those videos out if you haven't already. I also talk a fair bit about movies, so there's some movie reviews going to be up on my channel in the next day or so, if they're not already up there. It just depends what I choose to edit first and how I'm going for time in my personal life. I might choose to edit some movie reviews first because they're a lot easier as opposed to gaming stuff, but either way, there's a lot of content up for everyone. I do work pretty hard on it, so definitely check everything out. And don't forget to check out the Hammer of the Ancients Raekor charging build. I'll link that on the end screen. Until next time, your dear old creepy uncle, this hairy guy right here, loves you all very much. Can't wait to see you all again real soon.